You've been seeing it everywhere. 11:11 on the clock, on receipts, on license plates, and something inside you knew it wasn't random. That's why you're here. You didn't find this video. It found you. And the fact that you clicked, that you didn't scroll past, that something made you stop, that matters more than you realize. Because here's what I know about you. You've been getting signs for a while now, and some part of you has been brushing them off, telling yourself you're imagining things, waiting for something clearer, something louder, something you couldn't possibly dismiss. This is that sign. And I need you to not scroll past this one. I know something about you. You've been asking for a sign, maybe not out loud, but in the quiet moments, in the late nights when you can't sleep, in the seconds before you drift off. You've been asking. Asking if you're on the right path. Asking if the universe is actually listening. Asking if your life is ever going to feel like it's moving forward. And you've been seeing 11:11 again and again. Something is trying to get your attention. Here's what I need you to understand. This isn't a coincidence. This video showing up in your feed at this exact moment, on this exact day, in this exact chapter of your life, there's a reason. And by the end of what I'm about to share with you, you're going to understand exactly what 11:11 has been trying to tell you, why it found you, and what's about to change. But first, I need you to know that I see what you've been going through. There's this feeling you've been carrying. It's hard to describe to anyone else, so you don't really try anymore. It's not quite sadness, it's not quite anxiety. It's more like standing in a waiting room, watching the clock, knowing you're supposed to be called for something, but the call never comes. You wake up and go through the motions. You're functioning. You're getting things done. From the outside, you look fine, maybe even good. But there's this undercurrent, isn't there? This whisper that follows you through your day. The one that says, is this really it? Is this what my life is going to be? Your body has been keeping score, even when your mind tries to stay positive. That tension in your shoulders that never quite releases, no matter how many times you try to roll it out. The way your jaw clenches without you noticing, especially at night. The heaviness in your chest when you think about the future. Your body knows something is trying to change. It's been waiting for your mind to catch up. And I know about the 2 a.m. moments, when everyone else is asleep and you're lying there staring at the ceiling, phone face down because you don't want to check it again. The thoughts you've been pushing away all day finally catch up to you. And there's this weight on your chest. Not anxiety exactly, but something heavier. This sense that time is passing and you're still here, still waiting, still wondering when your life is going to feel like it actually started. I know about the searches you clear from your history, the manifestation videos you've watched so many times you could recite them, the journals you've started with so much hope, only to abandon them when nothing seemed to change. The tarot apps you open at midnight, looking for some confirmation that you're not making this all up. The way you test the universe sometimes, asking for signs, and then immediately doubting them when they appear. I see all of it. And none of it is foolish. It's faith wearing the disguise of desperation. I know you've been holding hope and doubt in the same breath, believing and questioning at the same time. And that's exhausting. It takes so much energy to keep believing when nothing seems to change. When the signs keep appearing but your life still feels stuck, when you're doing everything you're supposed to do and still waking up in the same place. I see how tired you are, not the kind of tired that sleep fixes, the kind that comes from waiting, from hoping, from carrying something heavy that no one else can see. And I need you to know, you are not crazy, you are not imagining things, and you are not behind. You've been asking for a sign, asking if you're on the right path, asking if anyone up there is even listening. Here's what I need you to hear. You were heard. Every whispered prayer, every 11:11 wish, every tear you thought fell in silence, you were heard. and this video, this is your answer arriving. Now, let me explain what's actually happening when you see 1111. Because once you understand the energy behind this number, everything is going to start making sense. I want you to think of 1111 differently than you have before. It's not just a number, it's not even just a sign, it's a threshold, a doorway. Picture it, four ones standing side by side, like the frame of a door. And every single time you've seen 1111, you haven't just been noticing a number, you've been standing in a doorway. Behind you is the room you've been living in. The old chapter, the familiar, the safe. And in front of you, through that door, is something new. Something you can feel but can't quite see yet. The light coming through the crack. That's what 1111 is. It's the universe saying, the door is open, it's been open, and it's waiting for you. In numerology, the number 1 represents beginnings. It's the first spark, the initial impulse of creation. It carries the energy of starting fresh, of individuality, of stepping into your own power. When that number appears 4 times, the universe isn't whispering. It's speaking clearly. It's saying, you are at the starting line of something new. And there's something else. 11 is what's called a master number. It's connected to spiritual awakening, to heightened intuition, to those moments when the veil between your everyday life and something larger seems to thin. When you see 1111, you're looking at 2 master numbers side by side, a double doorway, an amplified invitation. The fact that you keep seeing it means the door is open, it's been open, and it's calling you forward. There's something happening in your life right now that makes this timing significant. I don't know exactly what it is, but you do. Maybe you're approaching a birthday that feels more like a deadline than a celebration. Maybe something ended recently, or is about to. Maybe you've been putting off a decision that you know you can't put off forever. Maybe there's a conversation you've been avoiding, a change you've been resisting, a truth you've been dancing around. Whatever it is, 1111 isn't appearing randomly. It's appearing because something in your life is reaching a threshold. The universe sends this number when a door is opening. And the fact that you're seeing it now, over and over, means your door is opening now, not someday, not eventually, now. The universe doesn't send signs to everyone. It sends them to the ones who are ready to receive, the ones who still have eyes to see and hearts open enough to wonder. That's you. That's why 1111 keeps finding you, not because you're looking for it, because it's looking for you. Here's what most people miss about thresholds. You can stand in them. You can live in them. You can spend months, years even, with 1 foot in the old room and 1 foot reaching toward the new one, never fully committing to either. And that in-between space, it's exhausting. It's that feeling of being stuck, but knowing you're meant for more, of seeing the light ahead, but being afraid to leave what's behind, of wanting to move forward, but not knowing exactly where forward leads. Every time you've seen 1111 and felt that pull, that recognition, that knowing that this means something, that was the universe pointing at the door and saying, do you see it? It's right there. It's been there all along. Let's talk about these 2 rooms. The one behind you, you know that room. You've memorized every corner. It's where you learn things, grew through things, survived things. It's safe because it's familiar. But here's the truth you already know deep down. You've outgrown it. The ceiling feels lower now. The walls feel closer. You're not the same person who first walked into that room, and the room hasn't expanded with you. You've been trying to make yourself smaller to fit a space you were always meant to outgrow. And the room ahead, through that door where 1111 keeps pointing, you can't see all of it yet. That's terrifying. You don't know exactly what's in there. You don't have the map or the guarantees or the certainty you wish you had. But you can feel it. You can feel that it's bigger, that there's more space to breathe, that it holds the version of your life you've been dreaming about in the quiet hours. The work that actually means something. The love that meets you where you are. The peace you've been chasing for so long. It's not that those things don't exist. They're just in the other room. The one you haven't stepped into yet. And here's the thing no one talks about. You've been standing in this doorway for a while now, and part of you has been ignoring it. Not because you don't care, but because stepping through feels impossible. Because you don't know how. Because you're afraid that if you really commit to moving forward, you'll have to leave behind things you're not ready to release. So you've been doing this dance, seeing the signs, feeling the pull, and then finding reasons to stay where you are. Telling yourself you'll move when it's clearer, when you're more ready, when the timing is better. But the timing is now. And when I say don't ignore it, that's not a threat. It's a plea. The universe pleading with you. Please, this time, don't turn away. And here's what I need you to understand. This is the part that changes everything. Because I think you've been telling yourself a story about your life. A story where you took wrong turns, missed signs, wasted time. A story where you're behind, where it's almost too late, where everyone else figured out something you didn't. But what if that story is wrong? What if you were never lost? What if every detour, every delay, every night you wondered if the universe had forgotten about you? It was all part of the path. What if the waiting wasn't a mistake? What if the confusion wasn't a wrong turn? What if all of it, every single piece that felt like it was breaking you, was actually building you? You weren't wandering. You were being guided to exactly this moment. The moment when you'd be ready to hear this message. The moment when 1111 would finally find you. The moment when the door would appear not because it just opened, but because you finally became the person who could see it. You weren't behind. You weren't failing. You weren't forgotten. You were becoming. Becoming the person who could walk through this door. Becoming someone strong enough to handle what's on the other side. Becoming ready in ways you couldn't rush, no matter how much you wanted to. Everything that happened to you, everything you survived, everything that brought you to your knees, it carved something in you. It created capacity. It built a foundation you didn't know you were building. And now you're ready. This video found you because the universe knew you were finally ready to receive what it's been trying to give you all along. I need you to really see this now. Stay with me here, because this is the part that matters most. Picture yourself standing in that doorway right now. Behind you is everything you've known. The comfort, but also the smallness. The safety, but also the stagnation. The familiar, but also the part of you that's been slowly suffocating in a room that no longer fits. And in front of you, through this door, that 1111 has been pointing to, is the rest of your life. Not the life you settled for, the life you came here to live. You've been standing in this doorway for so long, peeking through the crack, seeing the light, feeling the pull, wanting to step through but afraid of what you'd have to leave behind. Afraid you're not ready, afraid you'll fail in the new room, afraid the door will slam shut the moment you move. But here's what the universe needs you to understand, and I really need you to let this land. The door isn't going to slam shut on you. It opened for you. It opened because of you, because you've been growing, because you've been doing the work even when no one saw it, because you survived every single thing that was supposed to break you. And instead of breaking, you became someone capable of walking through this door. Every 1111 has been the universe saying, I'm holding this open for you. I see you hesitating. I see you doubting. And I'm still here, still holding. Because I know what you're capable of, even when you forget. You were never meant to live in the doorway forever. You were meant to walk through. Take a breath right now. I mean it. Just pause. Put your hand on your chest if you need to. Feel your own heartbeat. That heart has been so brave. It's kept hoping when hope felt foolish. It's kept seeking when everyone said to settle. You've been so much stronger than you know. And the fact that you're here, that you found this video, that something in you recognized this message was meant for you, that's not weakness. That's wisdom. That's your soul knowing what your mind hasn't caught up to yet. You were always supposed to be here, in this moment, hearing these words. Remember that. And I need you to hear something about who you really are. Because I don't think anyone has told you this in the way you need to hear it. You are a seeker, and that's not a small thing. In a world that tells you to keep your head down, to stop asking questions, to just be grateful for what you have and stop wanting more, you kept searching. You kept believing there was something more. You kept looking for signs when everyone around you told you to be practical. That takes courage. You have this sensitivity, this awareness that most people don't have. You feel things deeply. You notice things others miss. Sometimes that feels like too much. Sometimes you wonder why you can't just be normal, just be satisfied, just turn off this constant seeking. But that sensitivity is not a flaw. It's a gift. It's the reason 1111 keeps finding you. It's the reason you're here right now. Not everyone has the capacity to receive these messages. You do. That means something. And think about everything you've been through. Think about the nights that felt endless, the disappointments that should have broken you, the moments when you had every reason to give up, to stop hoping, to let the cynicism win. But you didn't. Something in you kept going, kept hoping, kept looking at the clock at 11:11 and feeling that flutter of maybe, maybe, maybe. That's not naivety. That's not foolishness. That's faith, real faith, the kind that survives when everything around you says it shouldn't. The universe didn't make a mistake when it chose you for this moment. And I want you to really sit with that word, chose. Out of everyone scrolling right now, out of everyone who saw this title, out of everyone who's been seeing 11:11, you stopped, you clicked, you stayed. That's not an accident, that's recognition. Your soul recognized this message before your mind could catch up. You were chosen for this not because you're perfect, but because you're ready. Not because you have it all figured out, but because you're willing to keep showing up anyway. That's the kind of person the universe sends these signs to. That's who you are. You, with all your doubts, all your imperfections, all the times you've wondered if you're doing this right, you are exactly who this message was meant for. Not despite your struggles, but because of them. You've been carrying a light through darkness, and the universe sees that. 11:11 isn't just a sign, it's recognition. It's the cosmos saying, we see you, we've always seen you, and your time is now. So let me tell you what's opening up for you. Because 11:11 isn't just about understanding where you've been, it's about preparing for what's coming. There's this energy around you right now, a quickening. Things are starting to align in ways you can't fully see yet, but you can sense. The right people are going to start showing up. Opportunities that seemed blocked are going to start moving. Doors you forgot you knocked on are going to start opening. Your thoughts are manifesting faster now. 11:11 is a reminder that you're in a powerful creative period. What you focus on, what you believe, what you expect, it's becoming reality more quickly than usual. This is why seeing 11:11 is both a gift and a responsibility. The door is open. What you bring through it matters. I see clarity coming for you. That foggy feeling of not knowing what you want or where you're going, it's starting to lift. You're going to start getting these moments of sudden knowing. Downloads, almost, where suddenly something makes sense that didn't before. Trust those moments. Write them down. They're breadcrumbs leading you forward. There's movement coming in the areas where you've felt most stuck. Maybe you've been waiting for your career to feel like more than just a paycheck. You're going to start seeing openings you didn't see before, conversations that lead somewhere, ideas that actually excite you again. Or maybe it's love. Maybe you've been wondering if your person is even out there. They are. And the version of you that's about to emerge, the one walking through this door, that's who they're looking for. Or maybe it's just peace. That elusive feeling of being okay with where you are while you grow into where you're going. It's coming. All of it. That's what 1111 means. The door is open, and the room on the other side is bigger than anything you've let yourself imagine. This isn't someday energy, this is now energy. This is the next weeks and months energy. The door is open, and on the other side of it is a version of your life that's closer than you think. But the door won't stay open forever, not because the universe is cruel or keeps deadlines, but because energy moves, moments pass. The you who is standing at this threshold right now, the you who found this video, the you who felt something when I said you were ready, this is your door. This is your timing. Don't let it pass while you wait to feel more ready than you do right now. So, how do you work with this? How do you step through? How do you make sure you receive everything 1111 is trying to bring you? First, pay attention to what you're thinking when you see 1111. Your thoughts in that moment are being amplified. If you see 1111 while you're worrying, pause, shift. Choose a better thought. If you see it while you're hoping, double down. Let yourself believe. Second, trust your intuition more than you have been. Your inner knowing is calibrated right now. That gut feeling, that quiet voice, that sense of yes or no that doesn't have logic behind it. It's more accurate than you're giving it credit for. Stop overriding it. Third, say yes to new things, even if they scare you, especially if they scare you. The new room is entered through new doors, and new doors look like invitations you'd usually decline, conversations you'd usually avoid, risks you'd usually talk yourself out of. Fourth, let go of what's not aligned anymore. You can't carry everything from the old room into the new one. You already know what needs to be released. You've known for a while. Give yourself permission. And when you see 1111 again, and you will, use it. Pause. Take a breath. Set an intention. Speak your desire out loud. The universe is listening more closely to you right now than it has in a long time. And I need to say this one more time because the title of this video said it and I meant it. Don't ignore this. Don't watch this video and feel something and then go back to scrolling. Don't let this be another sign you brush off. You've been doing that for too long. The universe has been patient, but it's also serious. This door won't stay open while you wait to feel more ready. You have to choose to walk through it while it's open. And it's open now. You have everything you need. You're more ready than you feel. And you don't have to have it all figured out to begin. You just have to be willing to step through the door. The fact that you're still here, that you listened to this entire message, that you didn't click away, that something in you stayed, that's not nothing. That's you saying yes to the universe. That's you honoring the sign you were given. That's you stepping toward the door instead of away from it. And so I want to leave you with this. You came here tonight carrying a question. You didn't have words for it, but it was there. Am I on the right path? Is this real? Is something better actually coming for me? Yes, 1,000 times, yes. 1111 found you because you were ready to hear that, because you've done the work, because you've held on to hope when it would have been easier to let go, because you are exactly who you need to be to walk through this door. Whatever comes next, you're ready for it. I know you don't always feel ready. I know there are days when you feel like you're barely holding it together. But being ready isn't about feeling confident. It's about being willing to show up anyway. And you've been showing up for years. In the quiet, in the dark, when no one was watching, when no one was clapping, you kept going. The universe sees that. I see that, and now I need you to see it too. I'm so glad you were here tonight, truly. In a world of infinite content, infinite noise, infinite scrolling, you stopped here. You let these words in. You let yourself be seen. That takes something. That takes trust. And I don't take that lightly. So wherever you go from here, whatever door you walk through, know that you're not walking alone. The same force that brought you this message will be there on the other side. You've always been held, even when it didn't feel like it. You're held now. So when 1111 finds you again, remember what it really means. It's not just a number on a clock. It's the universe holding a door open, your door. And now you know. You don't have to be afraid of what's on the other side. You don't have to have it all figured out before you step through. You just have to trust that the same force that opened the door will catch you when you walk through it. The door is open. You're ready. And the room on the other side has been waiting for you all along.